Yeah, you. The winter valley slept beneath a crystal sky, where frozen rivers held the quiet memory of distant wandering stars. I stood alone in the breath of midnight frost, carrying a heart that had forgotten the warmth of belonging. Then you appeared like soft fire across the silent horizon, your presence glowing brighter than the pale snow fields of night. Your smile opened the darkness like the first sunrise of a new world, and every lonely echo inside me suddenly found a home. In that fragile hush beneath the trembling heavens, destiny whispered gently that our two lives were meant to meet here. We walked across the sleeping snow beneath wide northern skies, where the earth glimmered like glass beneath the watch of ancient constellations. Your breath danced softly in the cold silver air, yet the warmth of your presence melted every frozen fear inside me. Above us the wandering lights of heaven awakened, painting rivers of emerald and violet across the endless sky. Your hand rested within mine like living sunlight, steady and certain against the quiet chill of the world around us. And in that glowing moment beneath the dancing lights, my soul understood that love had finally spoken my true name. You are the color rising across the night of my life, the radiant fire that turns silent darkness into wonder. Your love moves like living light across the sky of my spirit, awakening hidden galaxies of hope within my heart. When our voices meet beneath the endless heavens, even the quiet stars seem to listen with patient awe. Two souls written into the luminous story of the sky, shining brighter than the cold distance we once walked through alone. And now the northern lights remember our names forever, because love has painted them across eternity. If distant winters try to silence the warmth we have found, I will still follow the glow of your heart through every frozen horizon. For love has carved its fire into the quiet core of our souls, and no darkness can dim the light we have become together. You are the color rising across the night of my life, the radiant fire that turns silent darkness into wonder. Your love moves like living light across the sky of my spirit, awakening hidden galaxies of hope within my heart. When our voices meet beneath the endless heavens, even the quiet stars seem to listen with patient awe. Two souls written into the lunar story of the sky, shining brighter than the cold distance we once walked through alone. And now the northern lights remember our names forever, because love has painted them across across eternity. I wandered through endless miles of quiet golden desert, where the sun carved lonely shadows across the sleeping sand. The wind carried forgotten stories over silent dunes, and my restless heart echoed like a traveler with no horizon to claim. Then your presence appeared, like a distant oasis at twilight, a gentle vision shimmering where emptiness once ruled my world. Your eyes held calm water, deeper than ancient wells, and every thirsty dream within me rushed toward living light. In the stillness between the fading heat and the rising stars, love awakens softly like the first flower after centuries of dust. Valleys of amber sand, beneath the violet evening sky, where the first quiet stars unfolded like blessings above our path. Your laughter flowed across the cooling air like a secret spring, turning barren silence into rivers of warm belonging. The moon rose slowly above the wandering dunes, painting silver hope across the fragile landscape of my once empty soul. Your hand rested in mine with steady warmth, as though the earth itself had promised never to leave us lost again. And suddenly the desert of my wandering life bloomed with color, where every grain of sand began whispering your name. You are the rain that found the desert of my silent heart, a falling miracle turning dust into gardens of living light. Your love spreads like wild blossoms across the horizon, painting endless color where loneliness once stood alone. When your voice rises beside the rhythm of my breathing, the whole wide sky leans closer to hear our story unfold. Two wandering souls becoming one bright sunrise, glowing beyond the memory of desert sings beneath our joined footsteps, because love has finally taught the earth how to bloom. Tomorrow scatters storms across our distant horizon, we will still walk forward through the shifting sands together, for love has carved our names deeper than any wandering wind, and no desert storm can erase what the soul remembers. You are the rain that found the desert of my silent heart, a fallen miracle turning dust into gardens of living light. Your love spreads like wild blossoms across the horizon, painting endless color where loneliness once stood alone. When your voice rises beside the rhythm of my breathing, the whole wide sky leans closer to hear our story unfold. Two wandering souls becoming one bright sunrise, glowing beyond the memory of every night we survived alone. And now the desert sings beneath our joined footsteps, because love has finally taught the earth how to bloom. The frozen valley shimmered beneath silent stars, while the sky slowly awakened with rivers of emerald fire. I stood wrapped in the quiet breath of winter, carrying a heart that had wandered through seasons of lonely snow. Then you appeared across the silver meadow, your presence glowing softly like warmth inside the polar night. Your eyes held the calm of distant constellations, and the cold air around us trembled with fragile wonder. In that
painted living colors across the dreaming horizon. Your laughter rose through the quiet crystal air, bright as the echo of bells in a distant mountain village. Our breath drifted together like gentle clouds, weaving silent promises through the calm midnight world. You spoke of tomorrow glowing with courage, while the northern lights flowed like rivers above our listening hearts. And in that endless sky of shimmering colors, two solitary lives discovered the warmth of belonging.
across the silent snow. Two wandering spirits have found their fire, glowing bright in the middle of a winter's night. Even when the cold winds of life surround us, our flame will rise stronger than the falling frost. For in your gaze the frozen world grows gentle, and my heart remembers the warmth of home. Oh, 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 hey. Oh, 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 hey. Oh, 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 hey. When the dark horizon gathered its quiet storm, we stood unbroken like ancient pines in the northern wind. Every trembling doubt faded into your arms, every fragile hope rose glowing like dawn beyond the mountains. And in that breathtaking moment beneath the sky, our love blazed brighter than the rivers of light above us. Hold this love beneath the dancing heavens, where light pours softly across the silent snow. Two wandering spirits have found their fire, glowing bright in the middle of winter's night. Even when the cold winds of life surround us, our flame will rise stronger than the falling frost. For in your gaze the frozen world grows gentle, and my heart remembers the warmth of home. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 hey. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yemenu, 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 Yondo. Yemenu, 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 you. The evening river carried amber lanterns downstream, while your quiet laughter trembled like light across the patient water. I watched the wind gather silver clouds above us, and felt my guarded heart slowly loosen like a gate opening after winter. Your voice moved gently through the twilight air, soft as the hush that settles when the first star wakes over distant hills. In that still hour beneath a patient moon, the world folded its noise away and left only the fragile rhythm of two souls. I understood without speaking a single word that destiny sometimes arrives quietly wearing the face of a stranger. We wandered through night markets glowing with warmth, where spices and stories drifted like incense through the wandering crowd. Your hand brushed mine in the golden lantern haze, and the simple touch echoed louder than 1,000 thunderous confessions across a bridge carved with ancient memories. We paused while the river whispers secrets older than any broken silence. Your eyes carried oceans of fearless tomorrow, and I saw my future unfolding like sunrise across an endless horizon. From that moment, my wandering life changed course, like a compass discovering the true north of a faithful heart. Hold this love above the rising tide. Let it blaze like lanterns dancing against the velvet sky. Our hearts have crossed 1,000 silent roads, just to find this fragile miracle of breathing light. Even if the night gathers storms around us, our flame will sing brighter than the roaring dark. For in your gaze the universe turns gentle, and my restless soul remembers where it truly belongs. When shadows try to scatter our fragile dawn, we stood like mountains, refusing to bow before the wind. Every tear became a river of courage, every doubt dissolved beneath the courage of your steady eyes. And in that towering moment of truth, our love rose blazing like sunrise, breaking the walls of night. Hold this love above the rising tide. Let it blaze like lanterns dancing against the velvet sky. Our hearts have crossed 1,000 silent roads, just to find this fragile miracle of breathing light. Even if the night gathers storms around us, our flame will sing brighter than the roaring dark. For in your gaze the universe turns gentle, and my restless soul remembers where it truly belongs.
For years I walked the restless shoreline of my quiet life, where wandering tides erase the footprints of living hope. The horizon stretched endlessly beyond my searching eyes, a silent promise that never seemed to reveal its meaning. Waves carried distant whispers across the patient water, yet none of them ever spoke the language my heart longed to hear. Then one golden evening beneath the deepening sky, your presence appeared like calm light rising over the open sea. And suddenly the endless ocean of my longing breathed your name. as though destiny itself had finally answered. We stood where the wandering tides kissed the waiting sand, while distant gulls circled slowly above the glowing horizon. Your voice moved softly through the salted evening air, like a warm current guiding lost ships safely home. The setting sun painted amber fire across the water, and every wave shimmered with the promise of something eternal. Your hand found mine with quiet certainty, steady as the lighthouse standing against the shifting tides. And in that moment, the ocean of my wandering soul grew calm, because love had finally reached its shore. You are the tide that carried my drifting heart to harbor, the rising rhythm that turned endless searching into home. Your love flows wide as the horizon of the living sea, where every dream sails freely beneath an open sky. When your heartbeat moves beside the quiet pulse of mine, even the waves seem to sing with luminous wonder. Two souls sailing across the boundless water of forever, guided by a light that no dark storm can swallow. And now the ocean keeps our story in its endless breathing, a love as deep as the world's first sunrise. If distant storms gather beyond tomorrow's far horizon, I will still follow the calm compass of your heart. For love has anchored our names beneath the deepest tide, and no wandering sea can carry us apart. You are the tide that carried my drifting heart to harbor, the rising rhythm that turned endless searching into home. Your love flows wide as the horizon of the living sea, where every dream sails freely beneath an open sky. When your heartbeat moves beside the quiet pulse of mine, even the waves seem to sing with luminous wonder. Two souls sailing across the boundless water of forever, guided by a light that no dark storm can swallow. And now the ocean keeps our story in its endless breathing, a love as deep as the world's first sunrise.
The horizon burned with a quiet copper sunset, while the endless desert breathed its ancient silence beneath a fading sky. I walked through dunes shaped by wandering winds, carrying a heart that had forgotten the gentle language of hope. Then your shadow appeared upon the golden sand, moving softly like a mirage, becoming real before my weary eyes. Your smile rose slowly like the first cool rain, touching the dry corners of a soul long thirsty for tenderness. In that silent desert moment of trembling wonder, the lonely earth beneath my feet began remembering how to bloom. We wandered beneath the sky scattered with patient stars, while the warm night wind carried stories across the sleeping dunes. Your voice moved like distant water over stone, calm and luminous as moonlight pouring across quieted horizons. A small fire glowed between our quiet breaths, and the fragile warmth between us rose brighter than the desert night. You spoke of tomorrow with fearless wonder, while the ancient sand listened like guardians of timeless devotion. And somewhere in that endless golden wilderness, two wandering hearts discovered a home inside each other. Let this love rise like rain over the desert, awakening flowers hidden beneath the silent earth. Two souls once lost in wandering shadows, now shining like constellations above the endless night. Even when the winds of time grow restless, our flame will stand like a lighthouse in the shifting sand. For in your presence the barren world grows gentle, and my heart remembers the miracle of living light. dark horizon gathered its silent storms. We stood unshaken like mountains, carved by eternal wind. Every fragile hope grew strong inside your gaze. Every broken dream found wings within your steady warmth. And in that blazing moment beneath the stars, our love rose radiant like dawn, flooding the waiting desert. Let this love rise like rain over the desert, awakening flowers hidden beneath the silent earth. Two souls once lost in wandering shadows, now shining like constellations above the endless night. Even when the winds of time grow restless, our flame will stand like a lighthouse in the shifting sand. For in your presence the barren world grows gentle, and my heart remembers the miracle of living life. The summer wind wandered through endless fields of sunflowers, and there among the golden faces your quiet smile rose like morning. Your shadow moved gently across the warm earth beside mine, while distant hills listened to the slow rhythm of our footsteps. Carry laughter soft as drifting amber light, and every fragile corner of my heart open like petals toward the sun. The sky stretched wide and patient above the glowing valley, while silence between our breaths slowly learned the language of closeness. And in that trembling moment where sunlight crowned your hair, love unfolded quietly like a hidden cathedral of light. Yet your presence still burned warm as the fading sun. We walked beneath old wooden gates and winding orchard paths, while golden dust gathered gently around our shared horizon. Your voice carried stories of courage and distant dreams, and each word rested inside my chest like a calm glowing ember. Even the wandering cranes above the quiet valley paused in their flight, as if the sky itself leaned closer to hear our promise. And somewhere between the falling leaves and the rising stars, our two lives rooted together like ancient trees in fertile ground. Let our love rise like sunflowers turning toward endless light, tall against the seasons that circle the patient earth. Let our voices travel through valleys of open sky, like warm winds singing softly across golden hills. For when your heartbeat drifts close beside my breathing, the wide world blooms with luminous color. And in the bright horizon where our souls awaken together, the sky becomes a vast cathedral of glowing wonder. Yes, love becomes a living sunrise within our days, where two wandering spirits grow radiant and fearless. Then winter arrived with pale frost whisper across the fields, and silence settled like snow upon our fragile distance. But even through the cold quiet of uncertain nights, your memory glowed steady like fire inside a hidden lantern. I carried that small brave warmth through long wandering days, until spring returned with rivers of melting light. There beneath the same white sky where sunflowers once had danced, your eyes found mine again through trembling tears. And the earth itself seemed to breathe a quiet blessing, as hope blossomed brighter than the returning sun. Let our love rise like sunflowers turning toward endless light, tall against the seasons that circle the patient earth. Let our voices travel through valleys of open sky, like warm winds singing softly across golden hills. For when your heartbeat drifts close beside my breathing, the wide world blooms with luminous color. And in the bright horizon where our souls awaken together, the sky becomes a vast cathedral of glowing wonder. Yes, love becomes a living sunrise within our days, where two wandering spirits grow radiant and fearless.
The sky had just released its final trembling thunder, while quiet raindrops rested gently on the breathing earth. I wandered through the softened paths of a hidden garden, where broken petals carry the memory of yesterday's storm. Then your presence appeared between the silver mist and morning light, like calm sunlight slowly entering a wounded world. Your eyes held a peaceful warmth, deeper than the silent soil, and every fragile seed of hope within me began to stir. In that still hour between rain and sunrise, my guarded heart felt the first brave pulse of love returning. We walked beneath arching branches jeweled with lingering rain, while new light shimmered across every leaf like quiet celebration. Your voice moved through the gentle morning air, soft as birds awakening across distant fields of growing green. The earth breathed slowly beneath our steady footsteps, as though the world itself was healing beside our joined hearts. Your hand rested within mine like sunlight on fresh petals, warming the quiet corners of my once uncertain soul. And suddenly the wounded garden of my life awakened, blooming with colors I had never dared to imagine. You are the sunrise rising through the rain of my life, the golden warmth that turns sorrow into living beauty. Your love spreads like blossoms across the garden of my heart, opening every hidden place to light and breath again. When your laughter drifts across the peaceful morning, even the sky seems to brighten with gentle wonder. Two hearts growing stronger in the calm after the storm, rooted deeper than the winds that once tried to break us. And now every petal whispers your name softly, because love has turned this garden into forever. If new storms gather beyond the quiet hills of tomorrow, we will stand together beneath the shelter of our growing faith. For love is the patient gardener of wounded souls, and together we have learned how beauty rises after rain. You are the sunrise rising through the rain of my life, the golden warmth that turns sorrow into living beauty. Your love spreads like blossoms across the garden of my heart, opening every hidden place to light and breath again. When your laughter drifts across the peaceful morning, even the sky seems to brighten with gentle wonder. Two hearts growing stronger in the calm after the storm, rooted deeper than the winds that once tried to break us. And now every petal whispers your name softly, because love has turned this garden into forever.
Yeah.
The city moved like a river of restless neon dreams, while countless windows do love above and sleepless breeze below. I wander through crowded avenues filled with hurried footsteps, yet my heart echoes with a quiet loneliness no noise could hide. Then across the midnight crossing of two endless roads, your gaze met mine like calm light breaking through the urban storm. Your smile carried warmth deeper than 1,000 lights above us, and the roaring world suddenly faded it into a gentle hush. In that fragile pause between two passing moments, love quietly stepped forward and changed the rhythm of my life.
We walk beneath towering streets of glowing glass and silver, where distant sirens melted into the quiet music of the night. Your laughter drifted through the cool evening air, softer than the breeze moving between the sleeping buildings. The city skyline shimmered like a sea of scattered stars, reflecting endless hope in every silent window around us. Your hand rested in mine with fearless warmth, steady as dawn, waiting patiently beyond the restless horizon. And suddenly the endless noise of the world grew distant, because my soul had finally found its living home in you.
You are the calm that found me in the thunder of the city, the quiet light rising through 1,000 restless nights. Your love glows brighter than every tower of shining glass, turning crowded streets into pathways of destiny. When your voice rises above the hum of the sleepless world, even the city lights seem to pause and listen. Two hearts standing steady in the center of endless motion, shining stronger than the rush of passing time. And now the city keeps our story in its glowing skyline, because love has written our names into the night. If tomorrow brings louder storms across these restless streets, I will still follow the gentle compass of your heart. For love has built a quiet refuge within our joined souls, where no crowded world can ever tear us apart. You are the calm that found me in the thunder of the city, the quiet light rising through 1,000 restless nights. Your love glows brighter than every tower of shining glass, turning crowded streets into pathways of destiny. When your voice rises above the hum of the sleepless world, even the city lights seem to pause and listen. Two hearts standing steady in the center of endless motion, shining stronger than the rush of passing time. And now the city keeps our story in its glowing skyline, because love has written our names into the night.
Beside the harbor road, I first saw your quiet smile, drifting like lantern light upon a silver tide. The evening air carried warm echoes of distant laughter, while your gaze unfolded softly like a page of a secret story. I felt the patient rhythm of the world slow around us, as though the moon itself paused gently to listen to your breathing. Your voice moved through the twilight, calm like rising mist, wrapping fragile hope around corners of my restless heart. In that silent glowing moment, between two strangers, destiny wrote our names slowly across the horizon of tomorrow. Seasons unfolded their painted calendars across our wandering path, yet every sunrise found your laughter blooming beside mine. We chased bright morning winds through open valleys of promise, where golden fields shimmered like oceans beneath patient skies. Your hand resting in mine felt steady as ancient mountains, while our dreams drifted freely like white sails across endless blue. Even storms that gathered heavy above our fragile world could not erase the quiet fire we guarded within our joint shadows. For every step we carried together through changing days, love carved gentle constellations across the map of our shared life. We whispered in the dark, let the rivers of time keep singing your beautiful name, through valleys of amber light and endless quiet wonder. When the night grows vast and the road grows uncertain, your love becomes the horizon, guiding every breath I take. And in the bright burning summit of this living moment, our souls bloom open like dawn across the sleeping earth. Now the years gather softly like snow upon rooftops, yet your eyes still hold the sunrise of the day we began. Through every fading echo of roads we have traveled, the gentle flame between us grows warmer, deeper, brighter, and here at the edge of another unfolding tomorrow, I feel our story lifting like wings over the quiet world. Oh, let our hearts rise higher than the wandering clouds, where glowing lanterns remember every promise we whispered in the dark. Let the rivers of time keep singing your beautiful name, through valleys of amber light and endless quiet wonder. When the night grows vast and the road grows uncertain, your love becomes the horizon, guiding every breath I take. And in the bright